So today we're going to have a Vegetable Gardening 101 class. We're going to go over some of the basics for you to start with doing a simple basic vegetable garden. So we've cleaned up the beds, we've gotten the weeds out, but now comes the labor of love. It's time to take the soil, and we're using soil mender today to work it right into the soil to improve the soil consistency. Remember, we're improving soil structure. This isn't fertilizer because we need to have a great growing medium for these plants to survive and thrive. So now we need to kind of design and lay out our bed. I think Pepper wants to give me a helping hand. So what we're looking at, and as you can kind of see right now, this bed is the one that gets the majority of the sunlight. So things like our tomatoes and peppers, we're going to put them in this bed because they need a lot of that sunlight to really grow and thrive. Some of our other items, like some of our carrots and our cabbage and our lettuces, we're going to put back in the other bed where we don't need them to have quite as much sunlight. The other thing that's kind of nice about the lettuces is you're going to harvest them early. So you can plant them pretty close to some of your other varieties of vegetables because you're going to harvest them before these will get to maturity. But it's really important to remember that you don't want to overcrowd them. So what I'm really excited about are the varieties of tomato plants that are being developed. Our friends Hardy Boy, they have a whole collection of these new mighty tomatoes that Debbie has talked to you about. These are only going to be available in your independent garden centers, and they are going to be in limited supply. So go ahead and get on out there to grab them. Then you'll also see we have a great other collection of plants that we're going to be planting. Now, there's a little boy that lives at this house, and he loves to pick his own vegetables. It's really important to get them excited, to get them to be out there and play in the garden. There are new varieties of carrots that come in all sorts of colors, which makes it even more exciting for the kids to get involved in the garden and want to eat what they're actually helping you grow. So when you go into the garden center, spend some time to really browse through all the varieties. There's not just 2 or 3 anymore, there are dozens. When we're planting these, we're going to make sure to take them out of the pot, make sure we have good root system. If we need to break them apart a little bit, we will. This is also an indication of good quality plants. When you go to an independent garden center, you're going to have a nice, healthy, strong root system. One of the best parts about gardening this time of year is there's a lot of really great varieties of lettuce, and the little kids can get on it, and these are easy. You are a good helper. So we've gone ahead and planted all of our vegetables now, and it's always really important to remember that we've amended the soil, but we haven't fertilized them. To really have good yields of plants, you need to use a good fertilizer. One of my favorites is from a company called Soil Mender. Love the name. This is Yum Yum Mix. You can use it as a fertilizer as well as a soil amendment. So after we get it sprinkled around on the ground, we can even kind of work it in to kind of help the plants improve the soil conditions that they're growing in. So not only did we have a great soil that we showed you earlier, it was really great and fibrous from Soil Mender, but this fertilizer, which is also available in independent garden centers, is a great way to give these plants a good, healthy start. With Keenan's help today, we've completed our Gardening 101.